Well, can't shut up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Designer mix. Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to get the color red, the blue. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the pocket. Keep up. Why you mad?
Yo, that was dope, man. Just reminiscing, man. Just like really feeling that, man. Missed that. That was 2019. Invicta cruise. Y'all, those are collective Victor. Y'all already know, man. That's just for the people that don't. So, man, let me bend your ear for a second. I want to tell you, in the past few weeks, I have struggled to actually put videos out and actually, you know, be motivated to do this, man, because there's an unrest in our country, man, across the world. Dude, COVID has tore a hole, right? It continues to tear a hole in our economy and the way we live, you know, going out with masks and stuff like that, man. But then we got all of this protest and stuff like that. And you got people that take it lightly. You got some people that can care less. You got people that's of color that talk against it, you know. I've never heard of this young lady until somebody inboxed me about it. Candace Owens, man, and like people going back and forth. I listened to it a couple times. Listened to T.I. talk about it. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. At the end of the day, like the end of this video, this one thing I'll ask you to think about is you. Think about you for a second. Whoever you are, your position on this planet, you know, and the family that you have. Think about the love that you've had and the hurts and harms and all the stuff, just the way you live your life, man. And guess what? It's just like back in the day in church when like a minister or something like, hey, touch your neighbor, tell him this. You know, your neighbor has a different experience or a different interpretation of what the message is. You know, and that leader is supposed to bring some type of direction, right? Because your neighbor may be bewildered doing the message or may be off, maybe thinking like, did I leave the stove on? And it's just like a call to action real quick. But I want you to think about yourself, man. Think about your value. And think about the people that's not being valued. You know, consider this for a second, man. This is man, this guy, man, Tony White, that's my man. I really like, dude, just look at his family. You know, we missed him on the cruise this year because he had a grandchild coming. He was like, hey, I got to be there. And if he'd have went on that cruise, he would have missed it. So these are beautiful things, man. You know, Killer Mike had said it best, dude. Like, the news has replayed the deaths. It has replayed the violence. It has replayed the phone calls that certain white women can do, and people of color get in trouble behind that. You know, some people are deploying the police as a weapon against the black culture, you know, and things of that nature. But you may have somebody in your neighborhood that will call on somebody white. But the end result is the devastation is hit home. But you remember what I just said. If you've never experienced that, where a minister said, hey, touch your neighbor, and it's like to get your attention left to right. I listened to the leader of the leader of this here nation, the president. He made an announcement today early, like maybe 3-4 hours ago, that, you know, they're going to be pushing this, like not disbanding the police. He's encouraging that the police are needed and to keep them. And it don't matter, he said, there's no price tag that can pay for this. They don't care. You know, swipe. We're going to pay for whatever these cops need to employ them, to give them what, you know, the stuff they need to help the homeless, to help the mentally ill, to help themselves, you know. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I know that there's a budget for them set aside. He also said that police are needed, and people may or may not know that they need them, but you know what? People know that they need the police. And this is the thing. Would you rather somebody feel sorry for you, show sympathy, or empathize? I can tell you this. I would feel insulted if you felt sorry for me. I don't need anybody's pity. If I'm going through trouble, if I'm wronged because of whatever reason, I don't want you to sympathize, and these people don't want you to sympathize. My background has nothing to do with how I live my life with a cop. If a cop feels, you know what, I just think that you're dirty. I think that, I assume that you're dangerous, so I'm going to treat you as such. I don't need that. People don't need that. So there's a difference between, there's cops out here, just like the president said. He said there's a lot of cops, and I don't know if you guys caught it. He said there are a lot of good cops out here. He emphasized on the good cops. And guess what? I've known criminals to call the police because they got robbed by another criminal. Like, hey, the police, hey, I need you here now. We're not tripping on the good cops. Not tripping. My godfather was a cop. One of the big homies from back in Chicago turned out to be a cop, a good cop. You know what I'm saying? And dude, I've been around cops a lot. I've been beat by a cop. Yeah. What did I do wrong? If you want to know, I walked from the grocery store to my grandmother's house. I had a friend with me. Cop pulled me over or stopped me, asked me what I was doing, going to the store. He took it upon himself, him and his partners, and said, that ain't good enough. Laid the smack down. That's a part of my history. I've been through it, so I know how that feels. Now, all I'm saying is this. I'm not trying to bring up no bad feelings. I'm not trying to, look, the feelings are already there. People have taken sides. But may I remind you, look at this pretty face right here. Look at that. We don't need to see any more of what's going on, police brutality. We know what's going on. We know what's happening out there. What we need to do is come up with a solution. We need to work together to do it. You don't think we can do it? I beg to differ. You know why? One of the reasons why I started this channel. If you think it was just to be like, hey, I'm gonna show this watch off. I don't mind showing watches off. I enjoy, the watch collection and stuff like that. But the people behind this are some dynamic people. Are awesome, man. You got this, man. This Bees by Gonzo, Mr. Mark, man. One of the nicest dudes, man, and will give you the shirt off his bag, pretty much. And he look at you as a man or a woman. He just see people. You know what I'm saying? That's based off what I've experienced with this man. And look at this. Look at all this beauty right here. This is one of my favorite pictures. That's unity. Unity, man. I believe if our leaders start thinking on this realm, how can we unify? And if some people, I actually had a debate with somebody last week. They were like, hey, our president is trying to unify us. He is. Okay, well, explain this. And I don't have to, I'm not trying to dissect the president at all. But today, I was with his message, listening to him. And then he took a left turn so hard. Well, he took a couple bumpy turns. But this turn was so left when he said the former president couldn't make this happen. Or his vice president couldn't make this happen, but we made it happen. Let me beat my chest. I'm the top dog. Guess what that does? People, yeah, that's right, yeah, let's get it. Then what about the people that are knocked down by that? Like, wait a minute, why are you attacking? Can Obama be in retirement? This man out here doing stuff in the community, man, trying to raise up young people in the community. Obama right now, is trying to help these young people read, and him and his wife, they're still working in an organization trying to build up communities. Leave that man alone. But you know what you did? You just showed how much, I'm empowered. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to flex on you. And guess what? Those crooked cops, y'all go back and look. He said tiny. I'm going to use the word tiny. That's what he said. Can you put a number on it? You can use numbers. But tiny, if you want to use that, in the Bible, it said if you have faith of a mustard seed can... Choose your words well, man. Small things come. Big things come in small packages. I know the ant, consider an ant. and then can bench press 10 times his body weight. So that tiny amount of police force that you talking about, it's a small piece, are major problems in minority positions, in the minority community. So I'm just saying, man, while you up there flexing and you talking crazy, man, well, and not just him, I'm not trying to stand with him. Everybody, they open their mouth that says something that separates us even more, you're wrong. You have an opportunity. I got a small platform, man. I got like 700 people, and that's not even all at one time. I'm pretty sure that there'll be a few of you guys that'll get this message and push on, man. But you know what? If one person just think like, you know what? We do need to work on our communities. We need to work on ourselves, man, loving ourselves, because guess what? All of us need help. We're all broken. Every last one of us are broken. We come from broken homes. Even if you came up like the Huxtables, it's still flaws in that. So, I just came in here, man, like, one, to show you some baby pictures. To kind of, like, just remember this, man. There's people that love you, man. And it's nothing like being loved, man. It's nothing like being loved, coming up with solutions, coming up with a way to compromise in a relationship. It's nothing like it, man. That's why I stick with these people. That's why I stick with the people within, within the watch community. You know, it's not perfect either. You know, it's people in here that'll stab you in your eyeball. Forget your back, they'll pop right in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But you still got somebody, man, that'll patch you up. You got people to your left and right, man. Let's utilize the people that we have. Let's celebrate the people that we have. You know, I give shouts out to Tony White, to John the phone guy, to his wife Smitten, to my wife, man, most importantly, but to my wife, because she's been holding me down for so long, but like holding me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many of you guys that I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many Tonys. I could just say Tony, and not just Tony Woe, but like, there are a ton of y'all. Tanya, you know what I'm saying? Like, Celia. Like, there's so many of you people that love each other. You encourage each other, and you encourage me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vic, Janet. Even, dude, look, on TV, you got Ryan Johnson. You got Brian Johnson. You know what I'm saying? These people text and email you and all kind of stuff. And Kendi, you know, these are TV personalities. But guess what? At the end of the day, we're all human. And we all have our own path. We got our own journey, man. It just so happens that our lanes, they crossed. And now we get to walk. We may still be on our journey, but like, hey, let's help each other, man. Let's come up with solutions to do this. Let's grow. Let's love each other. There's a way out of this, man. Like I said, I will remind you, you see this picture? It's unity, man. There's unity. Yes, it sucks being in a position where you're hunted, you're spat on, you're talked about. Yeah, I've seen all the videos. I'm not trying to bring up any bad feelings, man, but it happens. I'm not trying to ignore them either, because guess what? I'm in the midst of it. But just know this, I'm going to keep fighting, man. I ain't about to go out like that. I'm going to keep fighting, I'm going to keep loving, and I'm going to keep appreciating the people that's carrying me through when I don't feel like it. Because I don't always feel like it. So, take it for what it's worth, man. I just wanted to say that and say my piece. I pray that y'all, you know what I'm saying, like at the end when I salute and say be blessed, man. I haven't said it in a while. A couple of my episodes I haven't said it, and I apologize, man. But I do. I want you guys to be blessed in more ways than one. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Please, be careful. Be mindful, know who you are. And take the help for those people that love you. Until the next video, man, now I hit you with some lightning.